Rise up. Pray up. Coffee up. The pack is calling. Dawn breaks cold, bones still aching. World's trying to keep you down, forsaken. But I got fire in my veins today. Black brew rising, chasing the gray. No weak excuses, no chains on me. Southern blood pumping, wild and free. Grab the mug, feel the heat ignite. This ain't just coffee, it's fight or flight. Get up, pray up. Load the chamber, face the day. No surrender, no backing away. The wolf knows. He smells the hunt, he feels the fire. The wolf knows. Brew strong, black as midnight wire. Wolf nation, rise and roar. Coffee up and settle the score. The wolf knows. Yeah, the wolf knows. Trails calling, mud on the boots, engine roaring, truth in pursuit. Through the storm, through the fight, through the pain. This dark roast fuels the untamed. One sip hits like a shotgun blast. Wakes the beast, leaves weakness in the past. Faith on the rocks, courage on tap. Back together, we ain't looking back. Get up, pray up. Lock and load, on the grind. Wolf in the blood, predator mind. The wolf knows. He runs the ridge, he owns the night. The wolf knows. No fear, no quit, pure dynamite. Wolf nation, howling loud. Coffee up, stand proud. The wolf knows. Hell yeah, the wolf knows. They say the weak need sugar and cream. We drink it raw, living the dream. Eyes on the prize, teeth to the bone. This is our fuel, this is our throne. Now scream it with me. The wolf knows. Tear through the dark, claim what's yours. The wolf knows. Power in the cup, open the door. Wolf nation, forever we ride. Get up, pray up, coffee up, alive. The wolf knows. 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 Wolf nation.
Yeah, the wolf knows. Wolf Nation. We're
Coming at you
glad to be
live.
with you on a live on a Thursday. Hello, Dusty Poff. We
What's up?
appreciate you being here, buddy.
Most definitely.
Check out the little work he's done there on the graphic for the picture. Interesting.
Go.
Appreciate you hanging. Normally we're on by 6. We were recording at 6.
We were. We had
Paul,
a really good recording.
we had a really good recording. You're going to be seeing that either hopefully tonight, or if not, first thing tomorrow. I've got a little thing I got to do to it first, but we had a musical artist, a very
Yes, we did.
a Grammy top
Yep.
artist, and
Has been a part of.
hello, Brent Brightman. Hey, right here, man. And not tonight, but we're going to be doing it. We're going to record. I got the energy drink right here, and
I got
also
some midnight oil going, brother. I love
yeah.
this.
Where's the little thing? We're going to show
Up
that.
there.
Oh, it was hid by the mic, and here we go. We got that too, and we've been tasting it tonight. Doing great, man. Doing great. Get your, this is a great coffee. This is an instant, and it is great, man. You weren't lying. No wonder it's second. We got in our coffee line, the Wolf Nation. We don't have an instant. That's really cool. On the go. We've been enjoying it tonight. Yep. We're going to test this before in first of next week or through the weekend. First, it might be Saturday. We're going to get some video and send to you.
Yep.
But we got the other cans getting cold. This one's on the desk to show. This is your kicking strawberry there from your horsepower coffee, folks.
Love it. And I will tell you what, this Midnight Oil is some of the best mushroom coffee I have ever tasted. I'm a connoisseur. And it's instant. I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I love it.
Amazing. So we got it. It came in today, and we got out of the Paul Biscuit Boy helped me get it out and unwrapped and going, and we had our other interview. We was drinking coffee through that. I was like, this is good.
Yeah, I was blowing up.
It went with the music, We didn't play music, but we talked about the album.
The different songs.
Mia, Suzanne Walker, and Suzanne's band. You're going to be seeing that.
Suzanne'sBand.com.
We love the artists. They're awesome. Mushroom coffee is the best thing for supporting your immune system.
Yeah, yes, it is good for that and other things.
And we did like it. We love it. Not just like it. Dusty, we're doing great. Appreciate you being in here.
Dusty, I thank you for checking on me, man. That means a lot to me. It really does.
Absolutely. And a quick announcement. Dusty has joined the crew of the Racing Hour. And he's full on going to be a co-host with us, and maybe in the future he might even have a little show on here. We're talking about it.
I'd love to see it happen. We
got time available, and we're going to help him get into the podcast world as well. And so looking forward to that. But we're just blessed about all these people that's come into our life.
Amen.
Including the artists that we just now part of our family. So y'all got to watch that interview. It's just got some amazing parts of it. I'm not saying that because it's ours. I'm saying it was just fascinating. Yeah. Fascinating. And
she is the bandana woman.
Bandana woman, that's right. And when we put that up, go follow her on all the things that she's on the social media. And if you can, buy the CD. CD.
Listen to the music.
Let's support artists. She is she does a lot of different kinds of music, country and pop and little tropical
Jimmy
Buffett style. Yep. She described herself as Jimmy Buffett, Sheryl Crow, and what was the other one? The country artist.
That don't impress me much.
Oh, Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Yep. So a kind of a combination of all that. So
mishmash.
And you go to her website, you'll be able to listen to some of the new stuff anyway. But support artists, buy the album. I always like to say album. Buy the album. So anyway, we're on a little bit later, but we have been working. We did an hour interview. We're here. And so we stopped to listen to a couple of songs that we made. I'm glad you liked the song Brent there at Horsepower Coffee.
That is a rocking song.
Yeah, and I turned around and made one for us, and that was the intro song to the show tonight. Yeah. So both of those, crazily, they don't always work. You're able to use some different things, your ideas, and AI and come up with that. But it was really cool, and I'm glad it worked out.
It's almost as good as the Old House, Shotgun, and Rats.
That story got a lot of attention out there.
That's a good song too.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I did make the song, and I said, "That's it was just funny." I was sitting there like, that sounds like a song, like a country song. Old House, a Shotgun, and Rats.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going to have to get that one in the system too and play it.
Bud.
Now, Dusty, you can come on board, man. Let me send you a link, man.
Come on in.
If you can handle the crazy that's going on here.
Yeah.
We're definitely
like one of her songs, the Tropical Depression.
Yeah.
That's cyclonic there. So
yeah. I just sometimes we're a little bit country, sometimes we're a little bit rock and roll, sometimes I don't know what we are, man. We're
I was
just
gonna
crazy.
say leather and lace, but I don't think we got any lace.
There's no lace here, man.
We're just all leather.
There's
smooth leather. And
there's no lace, dude. Come on now.
Yeah.
But Now let me find out the screen that we're looking at because we can't even see the screen right now. There it is.
Bingo.
You should have it in your messenger.
Come on in.
Messenger, you're welcome. Come on board, man. Dean is working today. Chaser, he's working. We've got interviews over the next couple of days.
Yep.
What up, Broski? What is
Broski
up?
Bear. What's up, man?
He's Toronto man. That's Toronto man.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da.
He leaps over tall buildings.
Yeah. The Adventures of Toronto Man.
He clears the snow out of the way.
Yeah.
Solve it. He's a border buster, a tariff buster. That's what I mean. He's a tariff buster.
Melts
He's
ice
Toronto man.
with one look. The broski look.
I love it. We're not right. We're what was that? I was
We
going to
ain't
say.
wrong either.
Speaking of, we lost a great, just an awesome dude, an actor, Robert
Yeah.
Duvall.
We sure do.
And somewhere there's a movie. Which one is it where he acts all like he's touched? Was that Open Range where he's like, that wasn't Open Range. It was the other one where they're moving the horses, and he just starts
Lonesome
acting.
Dove.
No. It was another movie like where they're moving all the horses through Wyoming and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, he acts like he's crazy,
Like he's
he's
touched.
jumping around like he's touched. I was going to say we're a little bit touched.
Oh, yeah.
My mom called me a Canuck the other day, busted my.
Wow. Canuck. Hadn't heard that word in a long time.
You Canuck.
You're just a Canuck. I ain't like cracker, isn't it?
When your mom is busting them, that's kind of that. As only moms can do.
Yeah,
only
this
moms
is
can
true.
do that.
That's true.
And get away with it because it cracks me up. What was the old Saturday Night Live skit they would always do with the dad and son? It would punch each other and they'd say, "Good one, son." There's always fighting.
Right?
You kind of wrestle around, fight around with your dad, but mom just wins.
Oh, every time.
It's like, what do you do to that?
Yeah, every time.
That's why I love it when these guys come on here and their moms come in the chat or something.
Attitude changes.
It does, and they're like, "Ooh, mom's out there. I better watch out." It reminds me when Mike in the Morning, Mike Golick, he was saying one time his mother did not ever realize he cussed because he never did around mom.
Well, yeah.
And she heard him say a cuss word somewhere, and she said, "You cuss?" He goes, "Yeah, Mom, I do. I cuss. I don't do it
And
around
that broke
you."
his heart.
It did because
Yeah.
Mom was like, "I didn't know you cussed."
Yeah.
And mom can do that, and you feel like, ugh.
Yeah, that is a special place.
Not that you should
All
cuss.
boys' hearts.
I'm not saying whether you should or you shouldn't. I'm not preaching at anybody. I'm just saying
Just saying.
that when you say the wrong thing and mom gets hurt, it hurts you. I
Yeah.
don't care who you are.
It
So
does.
thank you for the like, Brent. And somewhere out there, Dusty's trying to get in. We got to we're running the cable right now to Ohio.
Yep. We got a pigeon on the way.
We've got the little can with the string, and it's headed to Ohio.
Yeah,
And,
I think he's making the handoff right around Kentucky to the peregrine falcon, so it will go
Dude,
faster.
I got to tell you, I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of birds these were, man. I believe sometimes God works in signs and stuff.
Oh,
Sure.
always. Yeah.
When I pulled up at home, I see this long wingspan bird.
Yep.
I don't know if it was eagle or not, dude. But it just,
Possibility there. I mean, they're all
and
over.
he's just flying over my house. He lands on top of my house.
Wow.
I pull in the driveway and I'm up there looking. I don't know if he was eagle or not, but he had a long wingspan. I mean, beautiful.
It wasn't a buzzard.
Well, it could have been a buzzard. I mean, I don't know. I just saw the wingspan, so maybe this old buzzard brought in a buzzard.
A buzzard.
Well, it gets better. When I stopped the car and looked up, there were two of them.
Oh wow.
I thought cornbread
There
man
you
and
go.
biscuit boy, a couple of buzzards. It probably was
there
buzzard.
you go. I can see it being buzzard.
And I went, I ain't never seen that in the whole time I've lived here. What? I ain't even seen a bird land up there.
Buzzards are necessary. You gotta have buzzards.
Every once in a while, I say, dude. I get that from the old westerns,
Dude.
It's like you're a dude. Well,
I say
like-
dude a lot.
dude in Rio Bravo was Dean Martin,
Right.
dude. But there's also in Western, sometimes to be called a dude would be not a good thing.
Right.
You could be like an Easterner. That was a
dandy
dude.
You
A
could be
dandy dude. That's a different kind of dude. And then there was just it's like a slang dude.
Cool.
So I think of all those things when I use that. But I try not to say like
Well,
or
it's
what's the other one? The reality is
listen, I want to tell you what. It's kind of like the word sh blankety blank. You can use that in anything. You don't know blank. You know what the blank is that?
The
That's
master,
a good blank.
the master of all that was Carlin.
Oh
Carlin.
yeah, George Carlin.
George Carlin
I hope
was an
he gave
absolute
his life to
genius.
Christ
I do
before he
too.
passed.
I do too.
He was a good talent. I disagreed with a lot of his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
When he was on, he was on.
He was
You
on.
know?
You know, he just made you think about things and
All kinds of different things.
and
question things.
you know, but he was one of those comedians that picked on everybody. He didn't care.
Oh yeah.
He didn't have he didn't go after a particular group. He just went after everybody.
Yeah.
Because humans you're able to do that.
Exactly.
You're able to get onto humans. And so we're on Podbean tonight. We're on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Kick,
A lot of different
Facebook,
things.
and seems like I'm missing one, but somewhere along the line.
Instagram's
X.
coming.
If X is working right, X has been acting up a little bit for all of the creators. So hopefully it's good.
Well, I was thinking they might be mad at me. I don't even know if they've allowed me back on their platform yet.
No, I think we're good. I do. I think we're good. So we're just talking about whatever night. I did title this Biscuit Boy Said What?
Yep.
So we're going to explore a little bit while we're on things that Biscuit Boy has said, or we don't even know what he said, but he says, we need to get the top. We need to get the top 10 of Biscuit Boy's sayings. Now, one of them is
top 10 Biscuit Boy sayings.
One of them has to be about the paper towels. That's a saying. You know, he brought me 2 paper towels when your wrist is about hanging off your arm and you're bleeding out. That's in the top 10, dude.
That was not a lot of fun, but
the jump on the what was that? Motorcycle? The jump on the motorcycle, or was that a bike?
You talking about the one where I was in the hospital?
When we was in trauma.
Yeah, that was a motorcycle. That was a KZ 750.
So he said,
two-stroke, not a 4-stroke, a 2-stroke.
Yeah, he said I was the first one in that particular hospital's trauma.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody today at the gym, in the locker room there, and he remembered me. He worked in
there.
He worked. Yes, he worked.
This is eerie tonight. We've had a lot of weird things happen now. I could bring that up, and
he didn't remember me by name, but he remembered the trauma motorcycle wreck. He remembered that from that.
What was his job? What did he do?
Was the supervisor over the emergency room.
Oh, he's the one deciding whether you get to live or die.
Pretty much,
because he's a vegetable.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's gone.
Yeah. No, ain't worth it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's taking up a bed.
Yeah.
Hey, they do it.
Do you feel bad about what you did?
That's the way my dad did me, when I had my bike rig. Like, I told you.
Yeah.
It sounded like,
rub it on, Dad. Come on. Goodness.
I was like, Dad, my nose. It's kind of like the same thing. My nose is all laid over, and I'm like, blood's everywhere. People are screaming, and Dad's going, I told you, boy.
Bet you won't do that again, will you?
And I can hear the women crying, is he dead? Oh my God, is he dead? My dad's going, no, but he's in trouble.
Yeah. My mom, bless her heart, she used to never know when the phone rang what it was going to be. I mean, it just ran the whole gamut of different things. Could be from the police department, the hospital, the FBI, CIA, whatever.
I got, and I've not hid the fact that one of my sons is in prison. And, I always say pray for him. People make mistakes in their life.
He's a good
Hello,
kid.
Gummy coming in to Podbean.
Gummy?
But what I was saying was, it amazes me how they don't know what's going on. Because my son is in prison in the state of Georgia. Not that far from here, actually. He got moved back up.
Right.
Hopefully he'll be out in about 6 to 8 months. But the police show up the other night. I don't know if I tell you this.
Mm-mm.
The police show up. Bam, bam, bam. He said he hit it like it was almost like a no-knock warrant, man. I was like, what? What was that? I look up and I said, yeah. Not in the studio, but at the house. A big old beefy deputy, and I'm like, my God, there's thinking, what's happened,
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm looking for, he names my son's name and everything. And I said,
well, you're looking in the wrong place.
Dude, he's been in prison for a year.
Yeah.
And he goes, prison? Like, almost like they don't believe you,
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I said, I went through the little bit about it, And he's like, well, I got this subpoena. I said, well, you're not going to be able to serve it.
I
He
told
subpoenaed
him what
the court.
prison it was. And said,
Well, I did.
Go down.
I said, you can contact them and they will tell you. He goes, well, I'll be sure to put a note in there about it. In this day of technology, We don't know where prisoners are. The county and the state don't coordinate. And
Wow.
you should be able to look that up. And it goes, in cards. I can look it up in 3 clicks,
Yeah, it's
dude.
supposed to be in a database.
My God.
That thing, that's just lazy policing.
At night, too, after dark. They always do that, too. They come
He's
at
lucky
night.
he didn't get shot.
My God.
You know, there's some houses you go up and beat on the door like you owe them rent or something. They're gonna blow a hole through it. You know.
But it was like, I can't. My wife was like, what's going on? Scared her. And
I bet. I would not have been a happy camper.
It's ain't funny, but it is funny. I'll share. One night before he got picked up, the Georgia State Patrol came by looking for him, and he had been living with us in a long time.
Right.
He's doing whatever he does. I mean, they're adults.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And so he's going, well, I won't search the house. I'm like, he's not here. I mean, okay, if you want to search. I don't care, because I'm telling you, I got nothing to hide. He don't live here.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there. We had a fairly long discussion. He was not mean or anything, but they always have that, because so many people play with them, lie to them,
It's a
mess with them.
nonchalant air about them.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
I mean, nothing you say.
This story should have been wrapped up in like 20 seconds, and then we're saying goodbye. It goes on for 20 minutes,
Yeah, that's right.
and he's just digging. Well, so my son contacted me.
I love you, man, because you handle things the right way most of the time. And
I try.
I wouldn't. I would have probably went to jail.
So anyway, my son calls me like the next day, and I said, "Hey, man, like you got the police down there looking for it." And he goes, "Yeah, I know they came." I said, "What do you mean they came?" "Oh, I was parked in the neighbor's driveway watching the whole thing." Let him kill you, man. Like, dude, I mean,
Wow.
How bad could that have went? Like, he's sitting in a car chilling next door, and the driver backed in going, "Oh, crap."
Yeah.
He was sitting there listening to music, and the Georgia State Patrol pulls up. He's like, "Oh, I'm just going to duck down here, let Dad handle it,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm going to kick your rear end, man. I'm like,
wow.
I said, because I was like, I'm always about, like, make things right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you need to just go turn yourself in, dude. Like, you can't run. And, he's like, well, he's all had a plan. Plan didn't work, but he's always doing that. One time, whether he knew it was or not, I think he had an idea that it was.
Mm-hmm.
He bought some stolen merchandise. The fact is, it doesn't matter whether you knew it was or not. You buy stolen merchandise, there's trouble.
Yeah.
So it's a long story, but some people came down and was raising Cain saying that he had done this. I called him up. I said, "Did you buy this?" He said, "Yeah, I bought it." I said, "Okay, this is what you're going to do." It was a toolbox.
Yeah.
I said, you're going to meet me. You're going to call the detective, and you're going to meet, because I had a number about. You're going to call about it. We're going to meet the detective at the location, and you're going to exchange this bag. It was one of those things where it really worked out because they already knew who all was involved. So the fact that he showed up with this and gave it back.
Yeah, it means he had good intentions.
They didn't do anything to him, and he said and the officer said, "I'm glad you showed up." He said, "Well, my dad made me." He goes, "Good job, Dad."
Good
he goes, he said, "I didn't know it was stolen." He said, "But I was afraid that you would press this, but my dad said, show up. You will show up." And he said, "We know who they are. We know they're." But what was great about it was hard, but it was great. But my son needed to see that, and he's never been a thief. My son has never, but. A lot of people play that game like I don't know where it came from, but they know it was stolen.
Listen,
so he said
something for half price or more.
Yeah.
Come on.
So it was like a big old toolbox for $25. I mean, who sells one like that?
Exactly.
A metal toolbox.
Exactly.
So anyway, but what was great about it was the people that got stolen from were there. We didn't know they were going to be there. So he's having to say, "I'm sorry" to them. She's crying, what had happened. Her mom had died. And anyway, some people moved in and broke in and just lived there for like 2 weeks because this lady was in a nursing home.
Wow.
And they wouldn't able to check on her. Oh, yeah. They just sold all the tools, everything. Her dad had all these. So they were able to get that back. Yeah. And, they were mad at first. Like, they were looking at my son like, "Yeah, she'll get you."
Right.
But then they said, "I'm going to shake your hand." And they hugged his neck.
Well,
and they said, and the officer said, "We don't get this all the time."
Well, I bet.
And I said, "Well, we're going to be law-abiding citizens. We're not going to do that." So my son knows how I am. One time dealing with a granddaughter, she was under a restrictive, when we first got guardian status, and there were only certain people she could be alone with. And we could take her to see people, or they could come to us.
Right.
But they couldn't be alone with her. And so
It's amazing how courts.
I know. Well, that's just the rules.
They have good intentions sometimes. Man, they fall short of the mark.
But that I signed off that I would do that. So my son, the same son, he told those people, he said, I'm going to tell you one thing about my dad. He said, if he said he will do it, that's exactly what he's going to follow it to the letter of the law. That's my dad.
Yep.
He said, you can try it, but I'm telling you, he will not, because they said, he won't enforce that. And once they found out I did, they got mad. And I said, listen, you're not important here. And they looked at me like, what? I said, I'm not important and you're not important. Who's important? The kiddo.
That's right.
I said, the kiddo comes first.
That's right.
I don't care who gets burned down. I don't care.
All day.
For a kid, I will burn them down myself. I'll burn myself down. You take care of the kids. You protect kids. You stand up for kids. I can't stand what we're seeing in society today.
That is biblical.
With all these abuses. You don't do that.
Nope.
And so I said, I'm following the rules all the way. I will follow the rules because we're not going to mess this up. That's why we're in a situation, because things got messed up. So you take care of kids, man. Yeah, that's bullcrap, man.
Yep.
I mean, we were raised to respect others and to help the downtrodden. You see somebody knocked down, you help them up.
That's right.
You help, old ladies across the street.
That's right.
You protect kids
that code has gone missing for far too long.
Yeah, I mean, how many of us have seen a kid in a store lose their mom or dad and they're just panicked? Sheer terror takes over, and they're like, you see them and you're like, "Are you okay?" You're like, "I miss my mama."
You can't understand them.
Yeah, exactly. So you get them help right away.
Yep.
And I did that here recently, not too long ago, in security. And I said, "Well, let's just walk through the store,
see if we can find them."
And we just turned. I say, "Is that her?" No, he's crying. And finally, when we turned, boy, you could just see the face light up. He ran to her, and they didn't even know he was missing.
Wow.
This must have went on for 20 minutes.
Wow.
The whole thing, by the time he found, because somebody brought him to the service desk. Then they got in touch with me and said, could you help find his mom? And because there was an officer there that day or at that time.
Right.
And they're like, they was looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, he lost you and he didn't know where you was at and he was upset. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's where we're at, man. I mean, people don't know where their kids at. See, we all went to bed, right? We're old. We went to bed with that saying, it's 11 o'clock.
Do you know where your children are?
That's exactly what we heard every night.
Yep.
And TV went off, which is probably a good thing for all of us.
Yep.
That TV actually went off, and we,
Yeah, now there's a lot of times I stayed up to see the airplane.
I did.
A lot of nights I stayed up just to watch.
Well, on Saturday night, I stayed up to see.
Oh yeah, a lot of things. Shock
Theater. That's it, baby. Yeah. How many of you out there in this area remember Shock Theater? That's a local thing. That's a localized thing. Dean Bat, Nurse Goodbody, Dr. Shock. It seems like there was one more on there. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I
Great stuff.
Dr. Shock.
Dusty, did you get lost in the? I realized he hasn't came on. Did I mess up? Did I send him the thing?
I don't know.
It's out there, Dusty.
Click it.
It's under Dusty Pop. It's there, man. It is there. Just want to make sure you know. So somewhere Dusty got lost. Maybe his girlfriend made some more brownies. He's like, heck with them guys. I'm eating brownies.
Hey, you ever do any fishing?
I used to do a lot of fishing.
Yeah. What's the biggest one you caught?
Oh, not that big, man. It would probably be a catfish. I caught a pretty good sized catfish, but no 50-pounder or nothing like that. I'd say a few pounds, but that's about it. The biggest one, as we always say, it was a bass, and it got off the hook. I said, don't they just tear your heart out? Beautiful big mouth bass jumping in the air because it comes up out of the water and it does this whole thing. You see the hook going one way and it goes back in the water, and you're like, no.
See, that's why when you set the hook, you got to jerk the taste out of their mouth. You have to twist them.
Well, I did. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You got to set.
But I messed up somehow.
Bass, I don't know what it is. They can spit that hook out in a lot of situations.
On that note, we're going to have a hunting and fishing show, and it won't be every week. It's going to be right now once a month. And if you are a hunter or fisherman, please get in contact with me. It is going to be a discussion about hunting laws and fishing, your hunting experiences, fishing, all that. What's the conditions like where you are?
Gun regulations,
all
gun
that.
Safety.
We're going to start that.
All that good stuff.
We're going to start that in March.
Within Wolf Nation, yes.
Within the Wolf Nation logo and all that. Yep. Absolutely. I can't wait. So It's
So-
just something I feel like that we should do, and I want to do it.
What's your best fishing story?
The best fishing story.
Yeah.
Wow, man, let me think here for a minute. Because when you say fishing, that takes in other things. So
Well, it's not catching.
well, no, because fishing is a very is a social event.
It can be. Yeah.
So if you're catching them really fast, then that's cool. But a lot of times you're just working your line, or you're setting your line.
See, the only
You're,
time
you're
I
popping
catch
a
'em-
top on another one. I mean, I've done all that. But I would have to say my favorite fishing story.
Yeah.
We were down in Florida.
Good.
Well, a couple. I'm going to share two.
All right,
Share two.
go for it.
One was I was on the pier in West Palm Beach, Florida, one of the piers. And we were fishing
That's a
for
really pretty pier down there.
Oh, man. We were fishing. There was a little lure you could buy, and it had like this little red streamer through it. And the little, I don't know what these little fish were. They were bait fish.
Yeah.
They would strike it like, all you got to do is put the hook in, bam, bam, bam.
And
I
like
wore
that.
my arms out. We got like a garbage bag full of these things because they were going to use them to do deeper fishing, bigger fish.
Yeah.
So
cut their heads off. And
The
put
guy
them there.
said, we're going to have fun, but this is the preparatory to going fishing for the bigger stuff.
Right.
So I'm having a ball. What kid ain't?
Yanking
man?
them out,
But I heard something behind me. I didn't realize how mean seagulls could be.
Oh Lord, yeah.
My God, one of them they played. By the way, they're smart. One
They are very smart.
they flew out here and kept our attention up, while one of them
come
swooped
back.
in
Yeah.
behind us and got in the bag, and they got a deep mouth. I mean, they like scooped that stuff up, and I went, "Hey!" And the thing turned around like a chicken, man. It was like going to flog me or something, man. They're mean. I'm telling you, seagulls.
They can be.
They may be pretty, but they're mean. So
I've actually slapped one out of the air before. I mean, literally just.
for what reason? Because he's buzzing you?
Well, he kept messing with me. I'm trying to eat, and he keeps coming down, and I mean, he'll literally come. I felt him 3 or 4 times hit my hand.
Yeah.
And finally, the way that the wind was blowing from our back, he had went around and come back and was hovering right in front of me, just letting the wind, had his
I thought you were going to say he was humping you.
No, I didn't do that. But yeah, he was just, riding the air right there. And I told my buddy, I said, "What's this?" Bam! I hit him right on top of the head, knocked him down. He laid there in his head, He finally got up.
Oh, we just got a PETA ban for that one.
Kill him. I didn't kill him.
PETA's mad. Like, we did what?
Well, you got to train them.
Train 'em.
Try it.
So, oh God, here's my second fishing story.
Okay.
We went deep sea fishing. Now, we didn't go out the 50 miler, but it was several miles.
Right.
We were fishing for, whatever is legal, but
Mackerel,
mainly red
snapper.
snapper, the kingfish,
Mhm.
and barracudas and stuff, but whatever you could get. We did catch, there was some
Trophy
things came up.
fish.
So this is the first time we went. I went twice with my uncle.
Right.
We got on one of these boats, and here's what it is. When you go out on the boat, all of the coolers are empty. I mean, there's nothing in them but beer. They load the beer and everything.
Oh,
up.
you got it. Well, see, those are different coolers.
Yeah, well, that
That's
as they get out, then all that gets emptied out and then thrown
Yeah.
away. And
Yeah.
I did 3, I think, but this was a day trip. We did a night one, which was funny too.
right.
But we went, and this one wasn't funny. I was 11 years old. I went once when I was 11, once when I was 13, or twice when I was 13. I think we went out twice.
Okay.
So my uncle would get me good deals. I was a kid. I mean, back in those days, it wasn't really that expensive, honestly. So anyway, we go out, and we first go. You're just getting out to the place. They're checking all their instruments and everything.
Yeah.
So
Depths
I
and
go-
all that good stuff.
yeah, I go out to the. We're getting out there, and so when we go to start lining up the fish, and they help you all the stuff, their crew and everything. If you
Right.
need help pulling stuff
Yeah.
in and all that.
Yeah.
Well, when we go to get in line, there's no room for me to stand beside my uncle. And he goes, "Hey, there's one down there in, like the very back of the boat on one side." I said, "Okay." So I was a quiet kid, man, real shy, super skinny, hard to believe now. I was tall but skinny.
Right.
I go down there and stand behind this guy. This guy's drunk already, dude.
Oh wow.
Falling over drunk, like he's almost falling in the sea,
Well, you know where he's
And he
going to
goes-
be by the time they get out there.
Oh yeah. So he says, "Get out of here, kid. I ain't gonna have no snot-nosed kid fishing beside me." And I just turned around. I'm like, dude, I mean, this guy's huge, So I go down there and just standing behind my uncle. because I'm quiet, you know.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's right. And they call me Davey. That's what my family all call me. He goes, Davey, what are you doing? You're supposed to be down there fishing. I said, the guy told me to leave. I can't fish down there. He goes, you go back down there and you fish. You know, he just kind of got a little ill with me. And I was like, kind of mad at him, you know, because, you know, he was just trying to make me stand up for myself.
You go down there and fish with
Well,
me.
I went down that way. That's what I was thinking. You ought to be coming down here. I'm talking in my breath. Well, I didn't know it, but he followed me. I didn't know this. So the guy turns around again. Oh, I told you. About that time, my uncle grabbed him up by the collar, man. Well, he didn't punch him, but he grabbed him up. He said, let me tell you something, you fat words we can't say.
Yeah.
He said, I will throw you in the ocean. You'll be fish food if you don't leave this little boy alone. And I think he told me to kill him. I mean, he was
That's
mad.
the way unks do.
And he didn't have a son. He had a daughter. So I was like, man, I was like their favorite boy because that was my uncle.
Yeah.
So the guy, he says, oh, it's all good. So then I was his, hey, young man, come here. Let me help bait your hook and all that.
Yeah,
I was his best buddy for the rest of the trip.
There you go.
That's my two favorite fishing stories, man.
Sweet.
But I did catch some red snapper.
Caught you dinner.
But the thing I saw on that same trip, was a guy he brought in a kingfish. Well, he saw that he had hooked a barracuda. He came out of the water and went back in.
Yeah.
So he's fighting this thing. He's thinking, man, this barracuda's hitting hard. Comes up, man. As he hit that barracuda and fighting it, the kingfish comes and swallows the barracuda.
Oh, wow.
He pulls them both in. They sliced that kingfish open. It was whole. He just swallowed that fish whole.
Wow.
It was still alive and moving. He won the biggest fish, so he gets a free trip back out within the next month. You have to do it within 30 days. He got the total fish count because the kingfish, once you bring that in, man, you by weight. So he gets to go for biggest fish, and because he did like a twofer, I think he got like 2 trips back out.
Wow,
he won like all that. I was like, dude, awesome. That's the coolest thing I ever saw. There's 3 stories for you.
That's really cool.
Well, what's yours, man?
Oh, I the one that I remember most is a solo fishing trip. You know, just to get out away from everybody. And have you ever heard of a place called Skull Island?
I have.
Here locally.
Yeah.
On the Tennessee River. Well,
on the Tennessee River.
One of my go-to spots. I really like that spot. So I decided one day I was going to go fishing, and I was not living for the Lord back then, but anyway, I get down there, get in the boat, and I go over to the island. And as I get out of the boat and start walking across, I realize I've got my fishing rod. I got a bottle of Jack Daniels, but I don't have any bait.
No, wait a minute. Let's stop over. Time out. Say that part again. So you've got what?
I'm going to relax. I'm going to fish and just unwind for hours. That's what my intent is.
So the resources that you had as you went to do this were what again?
A fishing pole.
And
a 5th of Jack Daniels.
And a 5th of... Okay.
You can't survive with those two. There's something wrong with you.
Number 7. Continue on.
There you go. So anyway, I'm walking across, the path, to get over to the side of the island that I like to be on.
And by the way, it's Skull Island. So we have fishing pole, 5th of Jack, Skull Island. That sounds like a song too, man.
Yeah. But as I'm walking along the path, I look down and there's this copperhead.
And we got a copperhead.
And
keep up with all this.
He's got a frog about halfway.
And he's got a frog.
So I thought, you know what? That frog would be some good bait. Them frog legs would be good.
True.
So I just reached down and grabbed him. I grabbed the copperhead and I'm standing there holding him, and I reach up and grab the frog and it just slides right out. I drop it on the ground. Now I'm standing here holding a pissed off copperhead.
Now, wait a minute. What'd you do with the 5th of Jack while you're doing this?
I set it down.
Oh, you set it down. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I took a shot before I reached down and grabbed him, but still. Now I'm standing here with this pissed off copperhead in my hand, and I don't know what to do. So I just reached down, opened that bottle of Jack, and I pour a big gunk down his throat, and then just toss him. He goes off. Anyway, I get the frog, go over, and find my spot. I get the frog leg off, and I'm out there fishing, and I catch a pretty good sized bass. I guess about a 3-pounder. And I put the other frog leg on, and right as I cast, I felt something on my ankle, or kind of like up my calf a little bit. Just bap bap, hit me twice. And so once I got my cast done, I set it and everything. I looked down, it was that snake. He brought me another frog.
You're not right.
So that's the funniest thing. Believe it or not.
2 frogs for you.
That's it. 2 shots for me.
Then I think drove old Copperhead down.
Yeah. Old Copperhead down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my fishing story. I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to it.
Yep.
Oh man, I did a lot of fishing back in the day. I hadn't been in a long time. Just haven't. But I used to go. But I had some friends that we were work friends, and some of them had boats, and one guy, he went all the time. If he wasn't at work, he was usually, and we got several like that. They're on the water somewhere or hunting. They do all the hunts. But anyway, he was single back then. He had a girlfriend. He hadn't married yet, which it wouldn't have mattered. Right. He married a girl that would go with him.
There
he married well. He knew what he needed in his life.
Right.
So anyway, we were going to be off all weekend long. So it was Thursday night we got off, and they were going to leave out that night. And I decided at the last minute, something said, don't go. Me and another friend were going to go. So it'd been 4 guys on the boat.
Right.
So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and we're going be back Monday. So, I enjoyed my weekend. I was kind of like, maybe I should have went. Then, I was doing some family stuff. Right. So on Monday, I come in Monday morning, and the other dude that went with him, he come in, he gives me this look, and he's like, dude, there's that word again, but he said, dude. He said,
sound like Spicoli.
Anyway. No, he's like, man, you should be so happy you didn't go fishing. And I said, why? Did y'all have like a bad time? He goes, well, I did. And I said, what? He goes, they didn't tell me they were going to fish for 36 hours straight.
Oh, wow.
He said, well, I went for a solid 12. I'm sleeping in the bottom of the boat, and they're still going. It's the next morning breaks, and that evening, he's like, dude, just take me to the shore.
Yeah.
I'll walk back to the car.
Joke.
I don't care how many miles it is. I can't go no more. I'm tapping out. Let me out of here. But they were power fishermen. Like, they'd fish for the whole time they were off. Catch a little catting out, that morning of the
I don't have a desire for anything in my life except maybe the Lord Jesus Christ to even attempt that type of fanaticism.
I was like, no, I'm glad I didn't go. So whenever they invited us again, I was like, no, I'm not going, man. I'm not going. I mean, I would think about 12 hours is probably my limit, to be honest. I mean, that's like 8 to 8. I could see, going before dark and getting out after. I could see all that, but 3 days or 12,
right.
Basically, a day and a half. But, it's like, as they were out there half that weekend, they were out there. I mean, a little over half.
Dude, if I'm going on a 3-day fishing trip, there's going to be a cabin involved. There's going to be a bed. There's going to be a skillet where I can cook some stuff.
Dang right.
There are stipulations.
It's like the ground rules are.
Yes, yeah. The bare minimum.
I must have this, and this.
Sound like a rock group, getting a hotel room or whatever.
It's like, remember the old TV show Coach, and they're going to go on this fishing trip, but his wife really kind of makes him feel like, making her part, but it doesn't, right. It's never going to work.
Right.
And it didn't work because it's a dump hole. And, guys can do that. Girls will be like, what do you mean stay here? Like, what's this, And it just goes downhill from there. But,
that's one thing I love about my wife. She's country girl, number one, but
country girl.
My wife will do things most women won't. And, when you're out hiking and, certain things arise where certain actions have to be taken, she ain't scared.
Yeah. Well, I was, country girls, man, they're the best. Like, we have a friend that, and I did it with them. He did it more than I, but reenacted these, war between the states stuff.
Yeah.
The first time they ever went out with them was down at one not too far from here, and she was there for the day. She was going to come back the next day, but she wasn't camping.
Right.
So she is in the period outfits, the
big dress.
yeah,
bonnet,
walking around, and they really got into it, man. They had everything for the
Well,
kids.
I bet that was hard getting in a vehicle with that.
Well, it started to come in. We got ahead. Like I spent Friday night there. We camped Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Sutlers thing. There's only like the school kids come in on Friday, but by the time we get there, they're gone. It's just the reenactors. Really, you can come in and shop, but you spend the night Friday. On Saturday, it's battle. I mean, it's all day. Yeah, it's on. And then you spend the night if you want to. You battle Sunday and a half a day, and then you get out. Right. Well, that Friday night, and I ended up leaving Saturday night, but we had a storm come in Friday too. Is this that time of year? Pop up summer storm.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting there watching. We were like, it's fixing to go, so we were going to get back to camp, and she's telling her husband bye. And I watch her, and she just rips all this stuff off like in one big move, and throws it in the back of the vehicle like a SUV, and it jumps in and is out there. And I'm like, dude, impressive. Like,
wow.
Just, no playing around, like out in the car, out of the event before it got all muddy and everything.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like,
respect. Much respect for that one.
Wow. Don't mess with the country girl. She'll
you don't do it.
She'll bust your chops, man.
I will tell you what, this is not a joke. This is my sister, Donna. I love her to death. Terrorized me when I was a kid. I mean, terrorized me.
But you love her.
My sister, when she was 17, sent the starting quarterback for the high school that she was attending home in tears, where she just beat the you-know-what out of him.
We ain't playing, bro.
She don't. No. And, by the time, people don't expect a woman to, tee off on you, whatever. By the time it happens with her particular scenario there, by the time it happened, it's too late. That first lick knocked him out just about. I mean, and she was on him like a fat boy on a ham sandwich. There's
been many of little Napoleons, we'll say, who thought they were going to, terrorize a country gal, and by the time they got flopping them around like a rag dog, their reign of terror was over.
Yep.
I mean, hey, country girls wait till you go sleep, and they'll hurt
frying pan you.
They'll frying pan. They'll take
whatever.
They'll wrap you up in a blanket or something and beat the crap out of you with a baseball bat.
I don't know how country
they don't play.
It was, but she took matters into her own hands pretty much. I guess his name was Matters.
It's like, go ahead and be a big boy in front of your friends. Wait for something's coming for you.
Excuse me.
Go right ahead.
The memento here.
The memento.
Yeah.
Put the quarter in,
I will.
Yeah, I've never been. I think maybe once in my life I was traveling. I ever had to put money into the restroom to go into where the toilet's at. That just blows my mind that people that we would actually charge people to use the restroom. That's stupid. I mean, I know there's a cost there, but come on, just put your prices where you cover that. I mean, it's dumb. I just you got to go. You got to go. I mean, come on. Country people know how to survive past that. They don't. That's why they don't live in cities all the time. They get out in the country, and the back porch is whatever you need to be. So, or the tree. Oh, the weather's warm. We got some cold weather coming back in, so it's going to get cold again. Don't like that, but I think that might be the last of it. I think there's a possibility we may be dipping into spring here pretty quick. The weather is absolutely wonderful. It is like time of year you don't really have to run anything, maybe a little fan at the most, but the weather is outstanding, and it's that time of year where it's not too hot. You can get out and do some projects around the house or whatever you need to do, and it's not burning up that humidity we're going to get later.
Oh yeah, the past few days have been amazing.
It's a really good time to do that. So,
but it's about to change, and I really like the way it's going to play out. I hope it does that anyway.
There is definitely it got to be 76 today here, which is
They're saying by Monday the high is going to be 34. lows in the 20s or
yeah, it's showing like 39, 40 for here in this area. You're up on the ridge, man.
Well, yeah, that's
they might have said that for them ridge runners.
yeah.
But yeah, you imagine a 30 to about a 30-degree drop in a few days.
When we had that last weather event, when I left the house, we had I guess about 2.5, 3 inches of snow, and it wasn't that bad when I got here, but it stayed. By the time I got home, I guess the snow was gone. Maybe by late evening. Yeah. All the snow was gone, but people got to get out and sled. There was a lot of that went on.
Oh, broski, you missed a lot, dude. Like you missed Biscuit Boy talking about a fishing pole, a bottle of Jack, a copperhead, and a frog.
Yeah.
And Skull Island. I mean, that's one of the things you miss. So
just like any man story.
Yeah, I think we're going to hit Iran. I believe we're going to hit Iran. I really do believe that. 75 and sunny today in Charlotte was an amazing day. Going to be cold Monday though. And we were talking about our favorite fishing stories, and I told one about seagulls and a drunk.
Seagulls and a drunk. And a drunk and a unk.
A drunk and a unk. That's
drunk
right.
And a unk.
I will tell one other story about going out on the fishing charter. We went at night once, and in the bay, the weather was bad, so it's bouncing the boat every which way.
Right.
I'm just a kid. It ain't bothered me a bit, man. I could have been eating waffles. It wouldn't have mattered to me. My dad was fine. My uncle was fine. But 75 to 80% of the boat was puking their guts out.
Oh, I'm sure. That's what I was saying.
I even seen a dolphin go the opposite way, man. It was like, it felt like we were going down like the SS Minnow, man. I'm telling you. Right. And we got out there, it kind of calmed out. They knew outside of that band of weather,
right.
it was
calmer seas.
Calm seas. Well, not even calmer, just calm. So we're bouncing out there, and I'll never forget, we're sitting there just enjoying the ride, bouncing around. Yeah. And there's this guy's there's a row of them. They're just puking their guts over the side. And the rest of them that ain't puking are inside, and they have a little air conditioning area, and they're laying on the couches and chairs, just like, oh, can we go back?
Right.
So my uncle goes, when we get up in the morning, I want to hit that buffet. I want to get that sausage and eggs and
with gravy, extra
gravy, the waffles with that heavy syrup,
maybe some liver
and the guys
and onions.
They made those guys throw up even more. They're like, they told my uncle, they said. My dad was like, you're kind of hard. Like he thought it was funny, but he's like, dude, I don't know if he said dude, but it's kind of whatever he said. One of the guys turned around and said, you're he didn't use curse word, but he's like through the puking. He's like, you are a sadist or something like that.
A sadist. You're a sadist, man.
You just bought a bottle of Jack Daniels 12 years. Wow. Well, it gets smoother and smoother. I have been. You might not believe this. I have been to the Jack Daniels distillery.
Oh, I have to.
And I went up there. And by the way, George Dickel's just down the street, right? Or it's in the same little kingdom.
I haven't been to that one. I've only
George Dickel and what do we say? Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
So they take those barrels, all of them do, that they age the whiskey in, and they make stuff out of it. Yeah. So anyway, I had a fundraiser I was trying to do down here for Relay for Life, which was for cancer funding, and a lot of people have lost people to cancer. Anyway, I had this idea to make a sutler stand, and for like War Between the States on the southern side, and we did this a lot for the next few years. But I said I would like to get some of those barrels empty,
right?
And we'll use. I wanted 2 to put a board across. And then 2 barrels on top. But what I wanted to do was have the barrels turned around, and we will hide a regular
pump.
Well, not a pump. No, we would hide our cooler, and it would look like we were filling up. I went to this was so much. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
I went to the winery. We have a winery that's just within 4 or 5 miles of my house. So I went to the winery, and I asked them, could I get some old wine bottles?
Right.
Well, they basically almost give them to you to get rid of them because they don't, So I don't remember what I paid. So I bought some corks for them. Me and Lauren, we found this picture of a Southern soldier with a pipe in his mouth. We reprinted that, cut them off. We cleaned all the bottles up, put that cover on it, and we made lemonade, and we called it Confederate.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yes, that was one of the most brilliant marketing things I think. We sell everything we'd have.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was, of course, it was in the summer. Everybody's
Yep.
thirsty. And we had that tart just right. People bragged
Oh,
on
I
it.
remember. I
We
loved
taste
it.
tested till we got it just right.
Yep.
And we used a particular,
Brand of sugar.
well, the sugar, but also the lemon stuff, because we used a mix, but we put real lemons in.
Right.
And we iced it down. It was very cold, and we would fill those up, put the cork in, and people.
Yeah.
We did the bottle for like $3 and a refill for $1. And we
I
made,
remember the bottles y'all had.
Oh, they were the big
the
wine
printed
bottle.
and everything.
and
Yeah,
the
they were
colored
awesome.
the colored wine bottles would sell the most.
Yeah.
They would go first, like the reds, the smoky ones,
Right.
anything off color.
Yeah.
Then they would, after those were gone, people would buy the others.
Dude, we need to bring Confederate back.
It was full of fun,
I'm
man.
serious. Yeah.
So anyway, here's the best part.
right.
Like I didn't even. Well, I'll tell you about the trip in a minute. So we made it. Those barrels are soaked through with that whiskey smell.
Oh yeah.
So when people come
Yeah.
up, they go,
what y'all selling?
"Do you really have whiskey in this?" And we would play off of it. And we'd go, "We can't tell our ingredients, dude.
yeah.
That's a secret. That's trademark."
That's right.
And they'd say, "Oh,
Can't
yeah, that's
do
cool,
it.
man." I
Yeah.
said, "If you don't,"
You
they
don't
say,
want
"No."
it,
They
man.
say, "No, I just don't know how you're getting away with it at this event." And we're like, "Well, don't tell nobody." It's all a fluke. So it's just limited.
Yeah.
Confederate, we call it. So we'd put the bottle down there like we're at the bottom of the big old full size whiskey barrel,
Yeah.
which is, they could smell that whiskey. They don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
where we got it. There's no,
There's
Jack
no liquid
Daniel's
in there at
stamped on it.
all.
no, well, actually, they would
No.
drip a little bit.
Well, I
They
bet
would.
because it's soaked.
It's soaked.
Yeah.
So we'd fill those up, and people would be like, "Man, this is pretty cool." So we had fun with that, and we dressed
bet.
up in our Confederate uniforms. We had the
I
flags.
remember that.
We
That's
did the
been-
whole thing. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun.
Dude, that's been 30 years ago almost.
Oh man, I know I'm old. So anyway, I called up Jack Daniels
Yeah.
from back in those
I
days.
remember you riding up there and getting them.
I did. I called from my workplace. They had a toll-free number. I called. I was talking to a lady, and she said, "Oh, we don't give anything outside of the state of Tennessee," which I understand because there's a lot of charities and stuff.
Right.
That she said we
Right.
do that. So and I just kept talking to her. You understand this in the financial business. You just keep talking to
That's
people.
right.
And so what I said was, "Hey, listen."
Everything's a negotiation.
I said, "I understand." I said, she said, "Well, what do you want to do with them?" So I went through the whole thing. And she said, "I have never heard anybody say anything like this
There
before."
you go.
She
Come
said,
get them.
she said, "I'm actually kind of stunned."
Yeah.
She said, "I tell you what, I'm not supposed to do this, but you write down." She gave me some information to write down. I will
Right.
send word down to the barrel shop,
Right.
and you come up. And I said, "Well, I can come up on Saturday." This is earlier in the week, and I was going to be at work on Saturday. I said, "I'll ride up." I went up by myself. So I rode all the way up there. I pull up to the barrel shop. I find the distillery. I pull up to the main thing there.
Yeah.
And they said, "Yeah, we're waiting on you. We know you're coming." And this is what the guy says. He said, "How many do you want?" Oh, man.
And all you have is your truck.
All I had, well, 2 is I told her I'd only take 4.
Right.
But there was that part of me that was called, I think,
yeah.
did I say 6?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
It's
But
either 6 or 8. I can't
I
remember.
drove up in a Ford Ranger, so all I
Right.
can fit is 4 of those barrels in the truck.
Yep.
They fit snug. I rode them home, and the rest is history.
Right.
Those ended up at the Chickamauga City Utilities because of John, and I don't know whether somebody's probably got a planter or 2 out of them by
Right. Right.
now. Jerry says we are old.
I want to show you something. You know,
Broski says that's
talking about-
called the devil's cut, extracting the whiskey absorbed in the barrel wood. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I've heard that phrase. I didn't know that's what that meant.
all right. So you were talking about the sea up and down, up and down. There were there were a lot of people. Look, see, watch this window right here.
I can see the sea at the window on the ship. Oh yeah, you can see. And we can see a lot of it then. What size boat is that? Turn that around. And show the camera. Show the. Yeah, right there. So hold it still. And if you look through the window, you can see the sea rising, and there it is. Boom. Yeah.
Here, let me. Oh yeah. All right.
There you go. If you can look out there. Yeah, I see the sea through the window. It's moving. That's a lot.
That's about a
It's
6.
rocking.
That's about a 60-foot boat that we're on right there.
So was there anybody got sick?
Yeah, several people got sick. Manana was not one of those.
Jerry, did you ever go on a boat and watch people get sick and you're like, what's the problem?
That's off the back of it there.
Okay.
This is in the Dominican
Some pretty good swells.
Republic.
Some pretty good swells there.
That's in the Dominican Republic. But we got out. We went out about 20 miles, and
Wait a minute, there's the fishing pole. Where's the jack?
Oh, there's no drinking on this one.
I'm just saying. You tell that story, and I'm like, where's the bottle?
Don't get me wrong. I did not say that people could not bring, alcohol on the trip. If they wanted alcohol, they could do that.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know. But I paid for the whole thing. So, I don't want you to think that well, I didn't, but there were a few of us that did. It was
yes, and I ragged on them too. Don't y'all want some some biscuits and gravy?
I would love some biscuits and gravy.
Some crystals about now with them onions.
Hey, I want to tell you what.
Well, on the trip, my first trip to Florida, I may have told you this. We rode my dad. My dad loved his little Volkswagen. Okay, but it was a fastback. Well, not for a 10-hour drive to West Palm Beach.
Not the best traveling.
Dude, I've never been out of my town, man. The longest I'd ever went in that thing was maybe 10 miles. Yeah, so we ride that thing all the way down. He took it because of the gas mileage. My dad was being frugal. So we start at midnight.
Right.
It's Christmas time. We load up all the gifts in the front because that's where the compartment is. And I had all the stuff around me. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
I had all the stuff around me, like the the luggage and all that we're going. And in the back of that thing, you're sitting on the batteries, which wasn't a great thought.
Molded into it.
Yeah, and I can feel the heat off them things. But anyway, we just cross over through. I think it was around Valdosta, and we stopped there to get breakfast. It's the only time in my life I ever had this happen. I got a little car sick, and I didn't realize it. When I smelt the bacon at the buffet, I was like, my dad saw it. My dad puts his hand over my mouth. And he just kind of like, he's got like his hand on my mouth. He's got his other hand on the back of my head. Yeah. And he's just almost dragging me to the.
Wow. By the head, just bam, come on.
Because I'm fixing to puke around the buffet, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was 11 years old. It's the first time we went. And there's a big old, I don't mean it in a bad way, but she's a big old cleaning lady.
She was a heifer.
And she, I like to say that.
Yeah, come on.
She was just thick. But she was mopping. She's mopping. Right. And he starts coming through the door, and she said, the restroom is closed.
Not for long.
My dad says, you got about 2 or 3 seconds maybe to make a decision, because it's either going to be he pukes in the toilet or you're cleaning up the floor. She said, come on in.
Yeah. Right this way.
And I lost my lunch, man.
I bet.
And I didn't even get to eat. I just couldn't eat it after that. I could not stand the smell of the bacon. The only time in my life I was against bacon. My gosh. I was 11 years old.
About I guess there is only one thing that would probably make me blow chunks if I smelled it. And it is peppermint schnapps.
Oh. Yeah.
And there's a story behind that. But anyway, I'm not going to get into it.
So we started out, Biscuit Boy said what? So we kind of went back and we were talking about, he said about the bleeding and the paper towels. We talked about the motorcycle jump. Yeah. And thus far you have mentioned, he mentioned Jack Daniels, a Copperhead, Frogs, Skull Island. Yeah. And what else?
A house, shotgun.
The house, shotgun, and rats. We have a song for that, by the way.
Yes.
Old house, shotgun, and rats. That's a song now. We don't have it loaded up, but we will next show.
We will.
And there's something else you mentioned now. I can't remember what it was.
You know what? I don't know.
So you never know what's going to come out of Biscuit Boy's mouth. So we like to have fun, though. We like to have fun.
I want to tell you what.
So
if you didn't laugh every single day, if you don't laugh every day, you're going to end up being depressed.
So why was it called Skull Island?
It's shaped like a skull.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's one of those out in the middle of the river, right?
It's not really in the middle of the river. The lake
or the channel.
Way they flooded it. The way they flooded it, it has made all kinds. I mean, you can go all the way back, down Snow Hill Road. Coming in, in the slough back there, that's 12 miles away from Highway 58.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By water, I guess. Maybe not that long. Maybe not that far, excuse me. But anyway, it spreads a long ways.
Check this out. My wife blowed chunks one time after I released some pressure and pulled the covers over her head.
It's amazing how that change in pressure affects women that way, especially in the dark. I don't know what it is about the dark, and maybe it's because they got the covers pulled over their heads that way, but still.
Broski says, ever see videos of those little terriers that catch rats? I don't think I have. There's rat catching
They're
services
awesome.
that bring like 6 of these little dogs, and each dog will catch like 40 rats in an hour.
Yep.
Amazing. I didn't even know that. So like you could pay somebody to come out, they would bring them.
Little Jack Russell Terriers, dude. Think about it. They're crazy anyway. They're just running around snatching them. You know, it's a good way to get rid of some of that energy.
He found out she was pregnant that day also. Dude, you got in the doghouse fast.
Heard that.
I mean, the doghouse. The doghouse.
He's in the doghouse now. He's in the doghouse now.
Amen. Every guy knows what that's like, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But most of them. There might be some that don't.
Hey, there's some of us that make those hidden doghouses.
Hidden doghouses?
Yeah, so when you get sent to the doghouse, you can go from your doghouse into the palace of doghouses.
So it's like a man cave almost?
Yeah, it's a hidden man cave.
Hidden man cave. I like it.
Hidden man cave.
So like if there's something going on,
That's
you know, they think you're in the
password.
doghouse. You're really sitting there going, hey, I'm in the doghouse. Yeah.
You gotta have a password.
Let's watch some football.
Let's do it.
Can you still believe?
You're gonna have to excuse me one more time.
Yeah, you're fine.
I am.
Can you still believe that they kicked Hank Jr. off Monday Night Football? I still can't.
No, that was the most ridiculous thing.
I don't care what they've done since then. I still miss Hank Jr. That song and all that. I just miss that. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I hate that happened. I mean, I know maybe he said something that somebody didn't like or whatever, but this cancel culture. I mean, it's like, well, okay, you said that, you're out. I get it. There's some things you just shouldn't say. I get it. But you know, it's like there's no forgiveness anymore for anything. It's like, you know, if you say something out of the way, then you know, straight to jail you go. Don't pass go. Don't collect your $200. You're straight to jail for that thing you said. And nowadays they look back in your social media past and they say, oh, what were you saying here? You know, and, you know, young people sometimes say things later on they might regret. And now it's important that we do teach them, but it's like we don't give anybody the opportunity to get over. It's like, you know, everybody's going to make a mistake. Everybody's going to say something and it gets captured now. You don't even know you're being recorded maybe. How many times have there been recordings where they're looking at something else and they go, oh, listen to what he said or she said. And, you know, it damages your character, your career, your all that. I mean, they just cancel you out. It's like you have to really be watch every. You can't have a bad moment. In other words, you can't get mad. You can't get frustrated. You can't lose your temper, or they will seek to destroy you by that 2-second, if that, soundbite, and that becomes the soundtrack for your life ever after that. And I think that's wrong. You know, and I get it's a legal matter, but all these people that mess up and they come out with their prepared statement, the heck with that. If I would just come out and say, it was wrong. I'm sorry, and I hope you can forgive me. And that would be the end of the statement. I don't need that little, I understand the, blah blah blah, and I'm going to seek help and I'm going to work to restore. Now, just own it. Say, yeah, I said it, and I'm sorry if it was offensive to you. Sorry about that, but that's all I got to say. We used to do that. That's right. We used to say that. I mean, but now everybody dodges and like, well, that's not the real me. Sure it is.
What's not? I'm sorry, I missed
when you
it.
say something that somebody gets a soundbite of, and they try to burn you down with it. How many of them try to say now that's not the real me?
How many years did they go to school?
Well, I'm just saying that like people capture a soundbite that you say something,
right?
And it could be at any point in your life. They go back, they catch the recording of it.
Yep.
And they try to burn you down with it. And then these people, the artists, the entertainers, the athletes, the whatever, they will come out and they will say the prepared statement, or they'll release the statement that says, I have learned my lesson. I'm going to seek.
I'm being blackmailed.
Spend the rest. Well, they don't say that. I'm going to spend the rest of my life and I'm going to prove to the world that I'm a changed person. I know I can change.
Michael Vick
blah, blah, blah.
with the dog.
Just come out and say, I said it.
Yeah.
if it offended you, I can't help that.
Suck it up, Buttercup. You know,
If you hate me, you hate me. If you like me, you like me. I said it in
I'm
the
on
story.
this channel. You don't have to be.
I mean,
That's it.
well, I played the game.
Yeah.
My dad was a very straight shooter like that. He said what he meant. And if he said it, he wasn't going to back up and go, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. That's just the way he was.
Yep.
But I get it. And that's why I said, the other day we were having a conversation about things that you put on, especially, political leaders, because that's what they do.
Right.
They just burn you down with it, or they try to. What about the old Prince?
He got arrested.
He got arrested. He got released by the end of the day.
Well, he's the first head to roll.
Hey,
he's
on
a
his
high
birthday. On his birthday.
That's cold. That's Trump.
In cuffs, baby.
Yeah. I want him in cuffs on his birthday.
I just hate that he got out. I wonder if they make the Prince do bond. I wonder if you had to call the AAA bonding company and go, I need you to come down here and,
There's no telling. I mean, seriously, they probably own the land that everything's owned.
Probably.
Well, just skip the rent next month.
Jerry said, I don't usually regret saying something. I mean what I say. Yesterday, I was walking to Kroger, and a man was walking out the store with a skirt on.
Oh, my heavens.
I started laughing, and my grandson
Couldn't
said,
help it.
oh, no, do you have your friend with you? I said, I have my overalls on, don't I?
Wow.
Oh, man.
Yes, my friend is with me.
My friend is with me.
I didn't read that. I can't.
I have my overalls on, don't I?
That's wow.
I was at the box store one day, and there was a guy comes in. He almost had a pirate look on.
Yeah.
He has like platform shoes on. This is a look I've seen
Like
this more than once.
Pirate. A pirate pimp of the Caribbean. Wow.
He had like black pump shoes, a
Right.
big, the big heel.
Yeah.
High water pants, you know what I mean? All of us, we don't wear it.
Urkels.
Huh?
Got the Urkels on.
And yeah, the Urkels, and they were black.
Right.
Again, more of he had on a dress shirt that's just hanging kind of loose.
Okay.
And he looks like he weighs about 75 pounds anyway. He's tall. And he has on a bandana coming back. And let's just say he had a funny walk. And I was like,
okay.
But that's
giving off a particular vibe.
that's his gig. But I was like, man, you don't see that around here much. I mean, I've seen, some looks, but that was different. I don't know if that's become like the in thing. Like,
dude, today before
what I mean by that, his walk, don't take what I said. What I meant was
Right.
the way the shoes was, the way he walked, it was like he had a little skip thing kind of going on. Like he was almost gliding across,
right.
he
was joyful.
He
Put
was
it that
joyful.
way.
It was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a different look. And I mean, I've never.
You remember when I talked to you earlier today? I was going into the store to get some strawberries exchanged.
Yeah.
Well, upon my exit from said store, I saw this thing coming out of the corner of my eye, and it looked like somebody had skinned a zebra and was wearing it as a coat. Okay. And underneath this zebra coat was a person that had on what I would describe as dairy cow print spandex, whatever's on.
What is this, 80s rock?
And it was a dude, and I was like, okay, to each their own. But I mean, really,
Well,
it was 70 something degrees today, and that coat had to weigh about 45 pounds.
Jerry,
it was huge.
Jerry,
That's a pimp.
there could be some sachet
Yeah.
going on, I guess.
How limp was the wrist?
I didn't notice, Paul. And the rest of the story is I didn't notice.
And the rest of the story when we return.
Oh,
No, that's
but
the funniest thing that
I love. Listen, the reason I bring that up is I love
Right.
the people watch,
Oh, me too.
and there's certain things that I've noticed in culture today, at least out in the public at the big box store.
Oh, hey, just 1 second.
No, go ahead.
Let's start taking pictures, everybody, and we'll exchange them like playing cards while we're people watching.
So
continue, please.
There's a couple of truths out there right now. The high water pants is one that's become a thing. There's a lot of guys doing that now. I mean, I heard somebody else say this today that I work with, and they mentioned that. So this is not. I mean, it's definitely a thing.
I've seen it.
It's sort of the what's the latest letter we have? Gen Z. Is Gen Z the latest one? Is that what we're at right now?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the latest trend. Oh,
no, I'm going to trend,
idea.
But whatever that is right now, we see that. Okay, number 2 is not every. Let me back that up. I like to paint that brush. Okay. A lot of females today are wearing the what do you
Lululemon?
No, the
a lot of them are.
The what do they call them pants? The like spandex, but they wear it's
workout pants.
Yeah, whatever, or pajamas. I mean that is that I've seen that. I mean that's big, and for some reason now I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
Come on, bring it.
I'm not gonna say the word you said earlier, but yeah, yoga pants but they're a little chunky. I don't want to be offensive here, but a little chunky, and they show their belly. It's become a thing where you wear the cutoff shirt, kind of, which was big. It was a style thing back a long time ago, but they were in shape. That was a high school. I remember when I was in high school, they could get away with that back then. They would show their belly button, and nowadays it's become a thing again.
It shows their confidence.
It does show their confidence.
That is attractive to some men. Not all. I mean, a skinny little bitty pole is attractive to some men.
Well, olive oil was attractive to Popeye.
Well, yeah, there you go.
And he'd
Why
take
you think
some
Popeye's
spinach
forearms were so big?
Yeah, so he showed how tough he was.
Yeah.
Sailor man. But
so
another thing that is a trend is because of the obesity, let's be honest, is that I won't wear them, but the Crocs. Everybody's wearing Crocs. Not everybody. I'm not saying, but a lot of people they have to shuffle. That's right.
Shuffle their feet.
They can't, and it's so sad to see that. I don't mean this as a bad thing. I'm not trying to dig on anybody. I'm just saying it's stuff that you notice when you're out.
Listen, we speak real on here. If it offends you, I'm sorry.
Well, but I'm just saying
the truth is truth.
I'm not trying to be
offensive. And we're not cutting anybody down. We're not being judgmental.
It's just truth.
Any of that.
Another thing is,
and if we're wrong, I'll be the first to admit
is that the young kids wear pajamas all the time. I mean, basically,
I see that a lot.
Where they go out,
I wear mine some.
So that's become, that's became a thing that people are wearing their pajama pants and sometimes the whole ensemble.
Yep,
it's kind of become a thing, And
you're exactly right.
But you see that wherever you go.
There's always going to be changes in culture.
Oh, sure.
I mean, there's always the older you get, the more crotchety you're going to get. That's just it goes without.
Are you talking about Jerry?
Well,
Jerry wears overalls and a suit. He has no pajama pants that he wears out to the local store. I don't believe it.
Well, as long as he's not wearing one, men have it's not a spandex. I guess some people call them banana hammocks. It's their little G-string thing, that the men wear. I've seen them in it at the YMCA, brother, and it's just I'm like, really, dude, come on, like a 53-year-old Korean guy, that just too much, man, too much. But guys don't need to be wearing stuff like that. I mean, they don't. I mean, unless you're, going Mr. Universe or something like that, that's their attire, that's all they want, to show their muscles.
But to show how different it is when I have to go to court, not for myself, but to support others. Thank goodness I've not had to go to court since I was very young. And jury duty was most of that.
Yeah.
I cannot believe how dressed down people are in courtrooms now. They're unkempt. They
still can't wear a hat.
No, they don't let them wear the hat, but they wear about everything else. Yeah. They come up and they look like they going out to the
club.
Well, worse than that.
Some of
even.
them probably were in the club, got snatched out the club, or after they left the club, and are just now coming before the judge.
And I'm sitting there
And
thinking,
smell really,
when
really
I
good.
went to court, like at jury duty and stuff,
Right.
I've seen people. There was always that one or two dummies
Oh,
that the judge went, "Do you think you can wear that in my courtroom? You will be escorted by the deputy back to the house. You're going to change, and you're going to be brought back.
Yeah.
And if not, if you come in anything other than
You're
a
going straight
proper
to jail.
shirt, pants, shoes, socks, hair's combed, I'm going to put you in jail."
Yep.
I saw that.
And a judge can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they it's violating the decorum of the courtroom.
That's right.
And they'll charge you with something.
They
And
press you on it.
hello, David Williams. How you doing, bud?
Contempt of court.
But yeah, and listen, the whole thing used to be the code was if you got in trouble, you had to go to court. What'd you do? You cut your hair,
Yeah,
you shaved, you put
got
on
your best suit,
your
whatever you
best
can find,
suit.
and it's like going to church.
And that's
You know?
right. And you stood up there and you try to present someone that was different from what this person was, that was busted bending over a rail somewhere, PD, public drunk,
Right.
and they got in trouble. But you put on that image and you want to show the judge, hey, listen, I'm a better guy now, or whatever. Ladies come in dresses and,
Exactly. That's the way you're supposed to. Nowadays, they
Nowadays,
don't care.
it looks like a beach
Roll out of
hangout.
bed and come in. That's it.
And they don't say yes or no, sir. A lot of them, they'll be like, yeah.
Did you ever hear of Judge Walter Williams?
Oh, he didn't play no games. I've been in his courtroom
I will tell you.
as a student watching two cases we took as a field trip. That's the only time I was ever in his courtroom. He did not play.
I went before him a few times, but one of the times he got the warrant and looked at it, and he looked at the guy that brought the warrant against me, handed it to him. He said, "Next time you get a warrant, make sure a judge signs it. Case dismissed."
Oh man.
Oh,
I bet that dude was like ticked.
Well, you know who I had with me in court that day? Walter Williams, pastor. I took him to court with me.
My pal.
Yeah, so but yeah, Walter Williams, he took a kid into his chambers and whipped him.
Really?
Yes, with witnesses. I mean, busted his behind, man. He was very unconventional, but he kept you on your toes. You were going to respect his courtroom and him and anybody else that was in it, or you were going to be under it.
I hope I never have to see the inside of one ever again. But I have went to support people.
Yeah.
And there was one time I did mess up, and I got off really good. Actually, it's not on my record or anything, but
right.
I was young and stupid, and
as we all were.
It could have went a lot worse. Absolutely could have went a lot worse. And I thank the good Lord every day it didn't.
Yes.
I mean, I think we've all had that where we pushed the envelope a little bit when we were young, whether that was through speed or, like flying down the road. I don't mean drugs, but there are people who do that too. But you got with a group of people, and before you know it, things go haywire. And you look back and you're like, if this had happened a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, we could have killed somebody, And I've been in cars with people that absolutely should have been driving and wrecked off the road, man. I mean, it was bad stuff.
We pulled into a slough one night, and I told Brian, when we go into this slough, do not slingshot when we come out. We went in, got turned, and came back, and you should be able to see the person when you turn. You should be able to see him. He wasn't there. Looked around, here he come. He was coming around. He hit a boathouse. Well, I mean, just in full tilt, going as fast as he could. He hit the boathouse, man, and I thought it killed him. I really thought it had killed him. But
wow.
We were fortunate enough to get an ambulance there pretty quick. It didn't kill him, but boy, it messed him up pretty good.
I've seen some stuff driving patrol at night. Security.
Yeah.
I've seen what happened. I've seen the drunk driving crashes,
right?
The motorcycle crashes, either their fault or cars coming through, and just hitting the motorcyclist drunk and killing them. My first 2 months on patrol at night, this was a 6 to 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 6 a.m. 3 motorcycle deaths, and
Wow.
all of them either on or right near Bonnie Oaks.
Wow.
Every one of them.
Wow.
Bad stuff, man. I've seen it.
But where is it? Bonnie Oaks after 58, where it turns.
Well, one of them was where you turn to go to McKay's. It happened right there at that
Okay.
intersection.
I
That's
guess.
Lee Highway.
Yeah.
One of them happened down by the. There's some government stuff down there. I don't remember the name of the road. I don't think is there a driver's license place down that way or
Yeah.
It somewhere near
believe so,
there.
yeah.
They flew through the intersection. The driver did and hit the motorcyclist.
Wow.
And there was another one down there. I don't know exactly where it happened. I think it happened down there. There used to be a bar down there. It's gone. It burnt down. It's like a restaurant / bar. Drunks pulling out there all the time.
Right.
And I think one got clipped there. That was in 2 months, man. 3 deaths, 3 fatalities of motorcycles.
I will tell you what, you have to, if you're a motorcycle rider, you have to assume that the other person don't see you. Know that you're invisible.
Yeah.
You have to assume that because that's the way people are going to treat you sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you're ready for it and they do it, then you're great. But if you're not ready for it and they do it, then that's when it can happen. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to have to get off of here. We've been almost an hour and a half, and we already did an hour recording with our artist, which is on the screen behind me. We will release that tomorrow probably, and we'll get that up. And
Hey, bud.
my son's coming through the door.
This is.
Cup of coffee.
Thank you.
He just bringing you a cup of coffee. How about that? That's service right there.
Think with a smile.
See, I trained him right.
Value coffee. It's pretty good. Donut shop.
Donut shop.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is my boy Jeremy. Come here and say hi,
Sweet. Come
Jeremy.
around and say hi, bro.
Some of them never seen you. We're not gonna make you speak because he's real shy. But this is my Georgia boy right here. They both are. There you are. He sent me a picture today of his man cave, which has got Georgia everything. It's pretty impressive. I like it. It's either Georgia or Trump.
Yeah.
He's done well. He's done
One
well.
of those.
Some of those things I bought him. Some he's bought. But he loves Georgia. He's
He's a good kid.
Broski gave me
Well,
a shout
he
out.
ain't a kid though.
He ain't a kid. He's almost 40, dude.
Yeah, I know. To me,
This year, right?
To
This
me,
year before.
you'll always be a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You know the funniest thing? I'm gonna share the story, and he loves the story. We were all up at the lake with a bunch of guys from work.
Yeah.
Kenny Cooley was one of them, and Kenny was messing with
Right.
Jeremy, punching him, play punching and all that stuff.
Right.
Bunch of guys. Well, Jeremy, he was about 13, Jeremy?
No, I was younger than that.
He's younger than that.
Yeah, I was younger than that.
So Jeremy was a pretty beefy kid. You know what I mean? Like he was, just a big kid.
Yeah.
Not really like he didn't work out, but he's
He was
country,
quick.
country big,
Yeah.
for his age and everything. So we're all sitting there talking. Well, Jeremy thinks like the game is still going on, so he walks up to Kenny. And Kenny sometimes watches our clips. So, Kenny, if you see this, it was the funniest thing ever.
Right.
Like he's talking, he's got a beer in his hand, and Jeremy waylays him in the back, like the lower back. I mean,
Wow.
it felt to him. I think it felt like Jeremy's fist went through his guts and I come out the other side because he was like, "Oh!" I mean, he just went,
That's my boy.
and he instantly got mad. And Doyle Gibson, who used to work with us,
Yeah.
Doyle said, "Don't you dare get mad! You've been picking on that boy all afternoon.
Right.
He thinks the game is still going on."
Right.
he
You
was
started it.
He's like, "You got me, kid. You got me."
Good job.
He hurt for a while. I mean, it was like one of those Opie moments when
Right.
Opie would punch Barney.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds
Barney's
me
like,
of.
"Oh."
Like, go ahead. I can take
get
it.
it.
And Opie just punches him.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Especially
"Oh."
when he starts taking judo. You
Yeah,
know?
oh yeah.
When Andy goes see the instructor, master or whatever, and he says, Barney, Barney, good guy, Barney, good guy. Barney get killed.
Barney get killed. And then he goes out there and
Don't let
takes.
this guy fight him. Barney died. He get killed.
Oh, he's a good boy. He really helps with his mom a lot, and
Yep.
they're both good boys. I got one. He's made some mistakes. And
Well,
so
they
y'all
come
pray
from
for
good
him.
stock.
Well, we tried.
So
I'll
There
tell
you
you.
go.
I will tell you what though, and I don't. He's not going to say because he don't like to get on camera and say anything. But the one thing me and my wife have always had is we've had laughter in the home. My wife has a good sense of humor. She loves to laugh, probably more than me actually. And we always had laughter in our home.
Yep.
And we still do. And there's other thing that I've taught them, and they've never forgotten it. That is to say, I love you. They always, every phone call, whatever, they end every phone call. Or when he leaves tonight, he'll say, "I love you, Dad," every single time. My dad never said that. I never heard it.
Mine it was tough for mine to say early on, but later on in life,
well, Dad, maybe a couple years before he died, he started saying it. I made it an intentional move to make sure that my kids always knew that I love them, and not wonder that,
Right.
And they're really good about that, And I teach the grandkids that, let them out to schools and love you, Papa, or love you, Papa. I mean, I love you. I mean, I think that's a big thing, I think
most definitely.
You got to have that in your life, and you got to have that for in relation. I just know so many people, they have crappy family relationships. It's like everybody hates each other, jealous of each other, steals from each other. We're tight, man. We're a tight family. We care about each other. We circle the wagons,
the way
so
that
to
it should
speak.
be.
And Paul's one of those because he's family. He would circle the wagon with Paul.
Hey,
he's crazy. Biscuit Boy's crazy as I'll get out. Y'all see that, but he's good. He's good people, man. He's a true friend. I'm blessed to have Cook and Dean and Paul and others. Don't leave anybody out. These are all great friends, and they've really been a blessing to me. So and another thing,
me as well.
And another thing we did is we tried to build memories. Like we always went somewhere. And I would tell them we're making memories, even if it didn't go the way we thought it was going to go. We're making still a memory. And Jeremy's big about that. It's like, let's make some memories, And my granddaughter's that way. She likes the idea of making memories. So, but we do need to get off of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Biscuit Boy's got to get home.
Ponderosa.
If they, they might shut the community down. I don't know. So we don't want him to have to fight the zombies all the way up the hill.
Exactly. They start rolling the streets up about 9:45. So.
Do you have any yuppies in your community? Somebody would step out and go, "Excuse me,
oh yeah,
you're coming in too late."
No, I don't have it. They know better anyway.
Oh, there's no way they're gonna stop you.
There ain't nobody.
He's got a weapon. He's got a dog. He's got a big truck. He's got an attitude,
and he's boisterous. He is so boisterous.
Yeah.
Are you one of those guys when you come out and you crank the truck? It's like wow, because there's always that guy.
No, I ain't gonna mess my truck up. Those are morons. Get out there, cold fired truck. I've worked with guys that'll do that. Like, dude, that's Mr. Bravado.
And the guy that's loud like that always has to get up really early. Like he's up at 3:30 or 4 and wakes everybody in the community up. Dogs are barking.
Yeah. When you blow a tire out or something.
Wow. I was pumping a tire up. I had low air. I had a bad tire. I don't know why it is. Sometimes guys go through this. They just run on anything. I did it one time. I guess because I didn't have a lot of money. And I was frugal. I tried to get everything out of a tire I could. So I ran it too far. And I was putting air in one time at the little, it's the back tire, and I'm down there just pumping it up. That thing blew.
That'll.
I had to go home and change my pants, man. I mean, it's a mess. But y'all have a great night. Thanks for all those that stopped by. And I don't know what happened to Dusty. We're going to find out. Put out the search teams for him. He was supposed to come in with us. Maybe he got called away.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
listen, folks, remember, always keep ascending. And until we see you next time, remember the wolf knows. The wolf knows. And look for the interview we did with tonight with Miss Mia. Yeah, Miss Mia. Suzanne. That was a lot of fun, folks. And it was. You will terrific, like her. Terrific. Give her a follow on her socials. Good music. And if you can, order the music. She's amazing. Has a band with her. Her husband's the drummer, and many things. She said many things. Financier, all those good stuff. All those things. But good night. God bless. Peace. Take care. The wolf knows. Rise up. Pray up. Coffee up. The pack is calling. Dawn breaks cold, bones still aching. World's trying to keep you down, forsaken. But I got fire in my veins today. Black brew rising, chasing the gray. No weak excuses, no chains on me.
Coffee up. Coffee up. The pack is calling. Dawn breaks cold, bones still aching. World's trying to keep you down, forsaken. But I got fire in my veins today. Black brew rising, chasing the gray. No weak excuses, no chains on me. Southern blood pumping, wild and free. Grab the mug, feel the heat ignite. This ain't just coffee, it's fight or flight. Get up, pray up, pray up. Load the chamber, face the day. No surrender, no backing away. The wolf knows. He smells the hunt, he feels the fire. The wolf knows. Brew strong, black as midnight wire. Wolf nation, rising.